Hello fellow Minecrafters, Gearsaw Studios here. Today I'm going to be showing off 21W39A, where you can now open your old world with definitely no issues. However, before I begin, remember, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. So, with that, let's investigate. Back on Reddit, where I now find my new info based off of snapshots, we have quite a few changes, and a lot of them are very nice. So we've had 4 new advancements added, which I'll cover later, but they pertain to 1.18 specifically. Now some changes. The peaks of small mountains now look like proper jagged mountain peaks instead of flat hilly mounds, which was definitely something you could see with terrible microbiomes. Meadows trees now always have bee nests, which is very good because there's so few trees. Drowns now spawn in aquifers inside dripstone caves, so water in dripstone caves is now significantly more dangerous, considering now all zombies are removed and replaced with drowns. That also means tridents will break the dripstone above your head. The default brightness is now 50 instead of moody. Effects now work on the inventory screen when you have the recipe book open or various other things. And the AI is now more optimized. So effects are working a lot better, so it's going to be shown on your right side instead of the left. Inventory effects list. There's basically a lot, but now it's going to work in more situations. Now, some technical changes, and here are some various bug fixes. Chatting causes lag to occur. Feature placement no longer crashes the game, it appears. Natural generated cave vines have an age between 17 and 25. Certain biome builder debug values do not change, and some other things. So, let's look in game. Now, you can open your old worlds. However, I highly advised against it, and I did not mention it in my last clip because it's seriously not a good idea. There is no form of blending between 1.17 and 1.18. So you're not going to achieve much besides what appears to be a world edited world. So just don't open your old world in the snapshot. Now, in these dripstone caves, drowns will spawn in the place of zombies, but only within water. This means copper farms and normal mob farms are going to be amazing, considering that there's no more zombies taking away from creepers and skeletons, and there's drowns, which also means that there's situations where you can get into some rather nasty things. So, if you hide behind a pillar of dripstone, it could collapse, which is a new feature that you definitely have to watch out for, because the last thing you want is for a dripstone point to kill you. Now for 1.18's new advancements. The first one is Sound of Music, where you just have to play a music disc while in a meadow biome. The second one, Talk and Trade with a Villager at World Height, gets you Star Trader since you're practically in the cosmos. Then, from this jukebox I placed to align myself, fall down a hole, and make sure that it goes to the lowest possible point. As you can see, I got the update name Caves and Cliffs. Fall that much. You can do that with an elytra. Then, this final one, get onto a strider, give it swiftness. Whoa, that's not necessary. Then, you have to ride it in the overworld, and it cannot be the nether. As you can see, I have Feels Like Home, which is take a strider for a long ride in a lava lake in the overworld. So, since striders have a new usage thanks to all these pyrophers, or whatever you call them, striders have a quite vastly improved usage for getting across them. A change pertaining to world height, we now have craggier peaks when it comes to those small mountain biomes like this one. Originally, this would have trouble getting pretty high, but now this is much more jagged than normal, which is a great change, instead of just having some groves and then a snowy slopes that's missing its powder snow. Also, don't forget there's still normal mountains, so ones that are significantly large, like this one, which is the largest lofty peaks I've ever found, it's still going up to its usual height of pretty much the old height limit, surprisingly. But remember, those smaller mountains are working better now. For this part of the video, we have a 2-in-1 fix for a bug that has been causing a little bit of lag, and another one that's just downright awkward. For this one, random tick speed, cranking it up, and these lush cave vines would normally go lower, but that has been fixed due to the fact that they get too low, and that would cause some very weird graphical issues along with causing a lot of lag. Also, we are under a jungle biome, which means occasionally bamboo would generate here. But that's not the case anymore, which means you can now have your undergrounds not looking so awkward. This also applies to sugarcane, so your underground sugarcane thing is no longer a thing. Over here, we have a small mountain generating a little better than normal, and the effects thing has been added. That makes effects appear better in the inventory. Although I won't be able to show all of them due to my recording software not liking when I change resolutions, here is a couple of them. When I open the creative mode inventory, you can see that it's appearing off to the right, which it would normally have a little trouble doing. Now, in survival mode, opening my inventory, this is normal, but this shrinks down and goes off to the side when I open my recipe book. So, we now can see our effects easier, and you can hover over them in order to gain more info. Either way, effects have been dramatically reworked in a way of their appearance that makes them just better. Those who play peaceful mode will rejoice at this change. Now, buried treasure, such as this one right here, now contain water-breathing potions, which will mean your Ocean Monument expedition can go much faster and earlier than before, and your aquifer exploration doesn't have to wait until the blazes are dead. Along with that, peaceful mode players now have an access to potions, and they appear to be relatively common at that. So just go around underwater, and eventually you'll have a giant stack of water-breathing potions. An otherwise absolutely amazing change. A neat change to the meadows, all trees will now have beehives. However, this did not apply to player-grown trees. I grew this one right here, close to a flower, and it has not caused a bee nest to generate. But all other trees that naturally generate will have bee nests, which makes this an optimal location to find them. Sometimes it will get obstructed though, so don't always count on the short trees. So, looking around, bee nest over there, kind of small on YouTube. Over here, another bee nest, bee nest. Otherwise, just no matter where you look, if there's a tree and it's not super duper short, you're going to find a bee nest. Because there are no more changes to cover, it's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, remember, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. So, with that, take care, find some bees, and support them. Gearsaw out.